Hi, I'm Pippin Lowe, the creator of the card game Quarterback. Today I'm going to explain the rules to the game. In Quarterback, you are the leader of an American-styled football team. The objective is to get the most points through safeties, field goals, and touchdowns. How to play the game of Quarterback. First, flip a coin to determine who will gain control of the field. The winner of the coin toss can decide to either start out as the offensive team, or they can elect to receive the instant replay card and let their opponent start the game as the offensive team. After the coin toss winner has decided whether to go first or receive the instant replay card, 5 cards are dealt each player. All kickoffs result in the ball being placed on the 40-yard line. This leaves the offensive team 60 yards to go for the score. For each play of the game, both players lay the card they intend to play face down on the table. When each player is ready with the card they want to play, both show their card at the same time. After each play of the game, a solid dot is placed on the game tracker sheet, which will mark the ball's downed location. This is where the next play will begin. After both cards have been played, each player must then draw a replacement card from the deck, and the ones they just played are discarded. Each player should always have 5 cards in their hand. The instant replay card does not count as one of the 5 cards. The game tracker sheet. A game is 35 downs in length with no interruptions in play between quarters. The game tracker sheet is used to keep track of each play's outcome. How to use the game tracker sheet. Near the words team should be written the team's name. The arrow closest to the team's name indicates the direction they need to move for a score. The top row of boxes with the word down next to it is used to keep track of each down. The set of boxes beneath the down tracker, called outcome, is used to track the offense's gain or loss during each play. Beneath this row of boxes is the playing field. It is used to track the location of the offensive team. The numbers on the left side of the tracking sheet indicate the yards on the playing field. On first down, a circle is put at the location of the offensive team's field position. A direction arrow is attached to the circle, which indicates the direction the offense is moving. A short line is then placed at the location the offensive team must reach to get the next first down. When a team scores, they put the number of points scored at the location of the score. It is written on the same end as is the scoring team's name. Cards in the game deck. There are 72 cards in the game of Quarterback. The deck used to draw from consists of 71 cards. Before the game begins, separate the instant replay card from the deck. This card is acquired in a different manner than through the draw and discard method the game itself uses. The offensive and defensive cards. Each offensive and defensive card indicates the number of yards the player will either gain or lose by playing that particular card. Any of these cards can be played at any time by either team. When the offensive team plays an offensive card, they will gain the yards indicated on the card. Likewise, when the defensive team plays a defensive card, they will always push the offensive team back the number of yards indicated on the card. Each card played offsets the other team's card. The final yardage is calculated by subtracting the lower number from the higher number and then awarding the team who played the highest yardage card the remainder of the yards. An example is when the offense plays an offensive 25 yards card and the defense plays a defensive 10 yards card. After the two numbers played are subtracted from each other, the offensive team would have gained a total of 15 yards on that play. But as stated earlier, each team can play either offensive or defensive cards. The action of playing the other team's card always aids the other team. For example, the offense is out of offensive cards and is forced to play a defensive 10 yards card, and the defense plays a defensive 5 yards card. Since both cards are the same kind, the numbers are added together. In this case, the offense ends up losing 15 yards on the play. The same method applies when both teams play offensive cards, except in that situation, the offense would gain the total number of yards played. In the event the offense plays a defensive card and the defense plays an offensive card, the total yards are subtracted from each other. The remainder is then recorded on the game tracker sheet. The kick cards. Kick cards can be used for field goals or punts. Kick cards can be played on any down desired. For the offense, they are played similar to an offensive card in that the opponent's card is either added or subtracted from the yardage of the kick card. Any kick that goes over the goal line becomes a field goal and 3 points are scored. Kicks by the offensive team always result in the other team gaining possession the next play of the game. Field goals result in the opposition receiving the ball on the 40-yard line. With a punt, the opposition takes the ball over at where the kicked ball lands. A kick negates the power of the fumble and interception cards when played on the same down. The penalty card eliminates the kick card's yardage. Plus, the ball is also turned over once the penalty is assessed against the offense. Whenever the defensive team is forced to play a kick card, a penalty of 20 yards is assessed against them, and the offensive team remains on offense. Fumble cards. When the defense plays a fumble card, they gain possession of the ball, but yardage is neither gained or lost on the play. When the offense plays a fumble card, they will maintain possession of the ball. So for the defense, a turnover is created by the fumble, and for the offense, it just results in play advancing to the next down. The interception card. Either team can play an interception card, but similar to a fumble card, it is only advantageous for the defense to play the card. When the defense plays an interception card, they will take the ball over at the existing line of scrimmage. Yardage is neither gained or lost. The offense doesn't get off so easy when they play the interception card. Not only do they turn the ball over to the defense, but the ball is also advanced 20 yards in the defense's favor. If this loss of yardage results in a safety, the defense gets 2 points. And as with any other kickoff, they will receive the ball on the 40-yard line. The penalty cards. When a penalty card is played, the opposite team will always lose the number of yards indicated by the penalty. No other card, except the instant replay card, has any power over the penalty card. This is true no matter who plays the card. Play always advances to the next down when the penalty card is used. When both teams play a penalty card on the same down, the lower valued yardage is subtracted from the higher valued yardage, and the remaining yards is assessed against the team who played the lesser valued penalty card. The broken play card. The method for playing a broken play card is the same for both the defensive and offensive teams. It is most helpful to play a broken play card when it appears your opponent has a weak playing hand, like when the defense has no defensive cards or the offense has no offensive cards. The player of a broken play card stops play at the line of scrimmage. They then gain the right to pull from their opponent's hand before the opponent replaces the card just played, a card which the opponent must then play on the next down of the game. For example, if the offense plays a broken play card, the defensive player must then hold up their 4 remaining cards without letting the opponent see any of the card values. The offensive player would then choose one card and lay it face up on the table. On the next down, that card must be played by the defense. Only after the chosen card is laying on the table can the defensive player pick up their one replacement card from the deck. Once they have played the card placed on the table by their opponent, they will then pull from the deck a replacement for that card. The instant replay card. This card is only available to the winner of the coin toss at the beginning of the game. If the winner of the coin toss chooses to play offense rather than receive the instant replay card, then the instant replay card is discarded and it will not be played during the game. However, if the coin toss winner chooses to allow their opposition to go first as the offensive team, then they gain the instant replay card. The instant replay card is not part of the 5 cards each player has at any one time. Instead, this card is placed face up on the table until played. The instant replay card can be played on any down. It is used after both teams have played their regular cards. After normal play of a down has happened, the person who possesses the instant replay card has the option to play it. This is used to cancel out the card their opponent just played. It has the power to overturn the effect of any card. However, there is one exception to the rule. If on the game's first series of plays, the offensive team scores, then the instant replay card cannot be played to overturn that score. The instant replay card can be used during the game's first series of plays. It just cannot be used to overturn a score during that series. Once the game's first offensive team has turned the ball over to their opponent, the instant replay card can thereafter be played to overturn a score. For example, the offense is on the 25-yard line and it is 4th down. They play a kick 30 yards card in hopes of getting a field goal. The defense plays a defensive 10 yards card, which makes the kick 5 yards short of succeeding at being a field goal. If at that point the instant replay card is played by the offense, the defensive 10 yards card would then be negated, and the field goal becomes good. An instant replay card can only be played once during the game, but it can be used on any opponent's card to eliminate the card's effect, excluding the exception of the first score. Another example is when it is 4th and 5 yards to go for the first down. The offense plays an offensive 10 yards card while the defense plays a defensive 5 yards card. Normally, the offense would gain a first down on this play. However, the defense, which possesses the instant replay card, decides to use it. Once the instant replay card is played, the offense will actually lose 5 yards because the offensive 10 yards card is canceled out by the defense's instant replay card. The timeout bonus. After the first team scores, they earn a timeout bonus. This gives them the right to pull the top card from the deck and discard a less desired card from their hand. They do not have to replace the card drawn with one they already have, but if they want to, they can. If they decide they do not want the card they just drew, they can discard it. The timeout bonus is only earned on the first score of the game. Well, there you have the rules. I hope you enjoy the game, and thanks for watching.